Welcome to this brand new section in the Digital Marketing Masterclass. This section is all about creating your own website. In this first video, I'm going to give you some different options for creating your own website and also talk about WordPress, which is the one that we're going to be covering in this section, and also talk about why I use and recommend using a WordPress website for your own business. First, why are websites important? Your website is your home. It's where you can control the story of your business, where you can share your personality, where you can help other people with all types of content. It's where you can direct people to your products and services, and ultimately it's where people will most likely be buying your products and services. So your website is so important. If you didn't know that you needed a website before entering this class, well, that's kind of surprising to me. I'm sure that you did, but obviously your website is so important, and that's why choosing the right tool is also a big decision. There are lots of tools for creating your website, such as WordPress, Wix, Squarespace. Most hosting platforms, or even if you just purchase a domain name like through GoDaddy.com, allow you to build a basic website. But not all of these website builders give you all the options that a business might need, and some cost more. Wix is great. It's really easy to build a website with Wix.com, but as soon as you want to get a little bit more advanced, or if there's a certain type of thing you want to do, for example, if you want a Facebook like widget, or if you want to collect people's email addresses, or if you want to make it look a certain way or act a certain way, then it gets a little bit more complicated and perhaps more expensive if you have to upgrade. Squarespace is a really cool idea too, because it's really simple to use, but again, it's a little bit more expensive in the long run. And that's why I ultimately recommend WordPress. Now there's WordPress.com and WordPress hosting. Those are different things. WordPress.com is a blog platform. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a WordPress hosted site. The way it works is you need to purchase web hosting. This is where you store all the data for your website, and then you build it with the WordPress tool, basically. That's what you can think of it as. And WordPress has all kinds of themes. Think of themes as the way your website looks, and plugins, which allow you to do different actions on your website. Think about things like sliders or galleries or contact forms or creating an e-commerce business or a membership site. These are things you can do with different plugins. And there's hundreds, if not thousands, of free plugins out there that help you do that on WordPress. And once you get the hang of it, it's actually not too hard to edit and customize your own website. If you're the one that's going to be doing it, you will learn how to use WordPress in this section. I actually have a full WordPress course, and I'm adding many of those lessons in this section to help get you started. And so really you should be confident by the end of this section on creating new pages, on writing new articles, on customizing your site, adding new themes, adding new plugins, all that kind of stuff you're going to learn in this section. But before we go about actually creating your website, let's talk about domain names, and that's coming up in the next video.